Okay, so we're going to Mansfield, Massachusetts today, just south of Boston. Going to meet with one of my beta testers and some pilot friends of his. Should be like a 45-minute flight. It's a beautiful day. I can't believe how gorgeous it is. These are the kind of days that you dream about when you're a pilot. We have Oscar, and we're ready to call ground. Bridgeport ground, Cessna 6535 Victor's at 3 wing with Oscar for taxi to active, departing to the east.
Cessna 6535 Victor, Bridgeport ground, good morning. Taxi to runway 24 Alpha via Alpha, cross runway 1129.
Okay, 35 Victor, taxiing 24 Alpha via Alpha, and crossing a 29er, and good morning. Very nice controllers at this airport. They're used to a lot of student pilots, and I know they're going to get busy today. They know they're going to get busy. It's one of the most gorgeous days of the year, so this place is going to be full of student pilots learning how to fly. I've been flying for about 30 years now. I can't believe it. When I was a student pilot, I was, look at those grizzled old pilots with 3 logbooks and gray hair, and like, someday. And before you know it, it's that day. Now I want to go back and be one of those young pilots. Okay, so we're crossing 1129 on Alpha, going 224 via Alpha. So I bought this plane not 30 years ago, but something like that, maybe 28 years ago or something. I never regretted it, although it's one of those few things in life where everybody tells you you're going to regret it, and they were all wrong. I've loved every minute of the privilege that I get to fly this plane. My accountant actually didn't want me to buy it so badly that he faxed me, because remember this was almost 30 years ago, he faxed me a handwritten note saying, "Do not buy the plane." Anyway, didn't work. Okay, parking brake set, cabin doors closed and latched. Flight controls. Free and correct. Flight instruments set. And SkyHound's all set. We're already picking up our transponder. 6535 Victor's in there. We got 60 aircraft we're tracking on the ground already. Wow, it's going to be a busy day up there for, 6:45 a.m. and I'm tracking 61 aircraft from the ground. Okay, fuel selector valve is both. Mixture is rich. Auxiliary fuel pump on, off, check. Okay, elevator rudder trim. Get that set and throttle. How's our temps? Temps are good. Okay, we're going to throttle us up and do a run up check. I got a 1800. And let's go ahead to right. Back to both. Back to left. Back to both. Let's cycle that prop. Let's check the carb heat. That's all good. We'll do an idle check. And for those of you that are confused why I'm in a 172 and I'm cycling my prop, if you're pilots, it's a constant speed propeller, which is not particularly common in a 172, but this is a 172 RG. They only made less than 1,000 of these, and they really only made them in numbers in 1 year, which is 1981, which is what this plane is. And not only do I have a constant speed prop, I have 180 horsepower, and I can put the gear up and down. Okay, which is great for maintenance. Okay, we'll go to tower. Okay. Just want to make sure. Sometimes get a little distracted when I'm talking to the radio. We're talking to you guys, which I have to be careful about. Okay. Looking good. Bridgeport Tower, Cessna 6535 Victor is ready to go. 24 at Alpha.
Number 35, correction 6535 Victor, Bridgeport Tower, runway 24, clear for takeoff. On departure, you can turn on course.
35 Victor, clear for takeoff. 24, be a, left turn out on course.
Roger that.
It's a beautiful day. You guys are going to get busy later.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Okay, full power, manifold pressure's good. RPMs are good. Air pressure's alive. Sorry, airspeed's alive. Looking for about 55, 60. Rotate, and we're off. There we go. She's light. We got about 3/4 fuel, and just me and the plane. 80 knots on the initial climb with the gear down. Oh, it's so smooth today. It's beautiful. Oh my God. Okay, gear coming up. No more runway left. So gear's transitioning. We're going to go to 90 knots with the gear up on the climb. And the gear is up. I got the yellow light and pitch for 90. And I just leave the power all the way in. This engine seems to like it. A cruise climb is 25 squared, but on the initial climb, I just leave it in. Gives me a nice good climb rate. The cutlasses, the Cessna 172RG cutlasses are not known for their phenomenal climb, but with just me on board, I'm getting 1,000 feet per minute. And let's turn out on course. So going basically east, just south of Boston, leaving Bridgeport, Connecticut. And this is Long Island Sound ahead of me. New York City is off to my right. I don't think you probably couldn't see that on takeoff. And I think we're going to be flying right into the sun. So there's that. And like every pilot, I have a fantastic set of sunglasses. And like I do occasionally, the flaps or something. Like I do occasionally, I left my sunglasses at home. So, wow, yeah, right into the sun. Amazing. Would have been great to have my Ray-Bans. I'll go ahead and arm the autopilot, or let it go through its self-test anyway. And let's see, picking up 82 aircraft on SkyHound. We already have a NextRad image, which I'll look at in a minute. I don't expect there to be much on the NextRad because it's a beautiful day, but that means there's some kind of rain within 400 miles, which is what SkyHound will pick up via ADS-B UAT 978 megahertz signal. You can tell I'm a geek. I've spent the last 2 years developing SkyHound with a couple of friends of mine, and we're going to go into production in about 2 weeks, I hope. It's really running great. But it's a whole different ballgame, getting something working and getting something for production sale to the public. It's terrifying, actually. God, what a smooth, beautiful day. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the filter. There's a lot of planes, and that'll filter all the aircraft above or below 5,000 feet of my altitude, so I don't have to see them on the display. The display is an auto range, which means it'll just zoom in to so I see the closest aircraft. It's primarily for traffic, so the closest aircraft is the one that you want to see. You're not going to hit the farther aircraft. So I've got just one aircraft about 12 miles away. That's within 5,000 feet of my altitude. No big deal. Now that we turned away from the city, we're picking up 33 aircraft. We're getting towered, but most of that aircraft was down by New York, I guess, and we're already far enough away. Excellent. We got the weather starting to pop in. Bridgeport Tower, Cessna 6535 Victor, clear to the east.
35 Victor Edge, you have a safe flight.
Thank you. Good day. See you this afternoon.
Roger that.
Go ahead and lean out my mixture a little bit in the climb here. For those of you that aren't pilots or that fly more modern aircraft, lot of the older aircraft, or I guess all the older aircraft, you have to manually control your fuel-air mixture ratio as you climb. So I can lean out my mixture here, and you do that because the air is less dense as you climb. And I can tell how my mixture is doing by looking at my exhaust gas temperature on my engine analyzer. I like to keep it in the 1300s in the climb, about 1400 in cruise. So as you lean out the mixture, it burns hotter. If the mixture is too rich because there's too much fuel and not enough oxygen, it doesn't burn so hot or clean. But also the extra fuel tends to help cool the engine cylinders. So for climb at full power, you want it a little rich, which is what it is right now. So I'm going to go all the way up to 7,500 feet, which will put me above all of the airspace and the training traffic and all that stuff. Climb rate tends to get a little reduced as we get up here, down about 700 feet per minute. Let's see what we got. We got Bridgeport weather. We got Block Island's weather. Block Island from about an hour ago is 250 at 11 knots. That's really not a lot of wind for Block Island. It's very windy. Hartford, which is kind of en route for us, winds at 0. Just calm. Skies are clear. Beautiful day to fly. Okay. Well, passing through 5,500 feet, so about a mile up. Lean the engine a little more. I could cruise at 5,500, but I'm going to go up to 7,500. I find that low-time pilots tend to feel comfortable flying low because they did most of their training down low. Unfortunately, when you're low, you get a lot of bumps, you get airspace, you get other training traffic. So I always encourage them to go up higher, 6,000 to 65 to 75,100 feet is generally a really good cruising altitude for regular piston-powered aircraft like this, non-turbocharged. It's a nice efficient altitude, and you're above a lot of the training traffic. So I put in Mansfield Airport as one of my weather airports to keep an eye on. I don't even know if they have weather at Mansfield. It hasn't lit up yet, so kind of assuming they might not. But I did check the weather before we left, and it's supposed to be as beautiful up there as it is here. Flying over New Haven's directly below us right now. Uh, 6,500, still climbing. SkyHound's working really good. We got 15 satellites we're tracking, 23 aircraft. The closest one that isn't filtered out is about 19 miles away there. So really no traffic. I'm assuming when I come back in the afternoon, it's just going to be mild. That's where SkyHound really helps. So with SkyHound, I'm receiving ADS-B. I'm receiving it dual frequencies. So there's two 1090 and 978 megahertz. It's got two radios. It's got a dual frequency antenna. That information is displayed on the screen in terms of weather and traffic. It'll give very highly visual. Oh, you know what? My alerts are off. Let me turn them on. Okay, so if anything is within 2 miles and 2,000 feet of me, I'll get a very bright alert, traffic alert. Anything within 5 miles and 2,000 feet will just be a red icon over here. And it also sends all the traffic and weather data to my iPad. So I see the same stuff on my iPad that I see here. My iPad isn't in filter mode, so I'll do filter mode. There we go. And my iPad's showing no traffic within 6 miles, which is what it's set to. I don't know why they don't have auto range on things. Like, I wrote this software, And I'm like, why do I have to keep changing the range? I just want to see the closest traffic. So I have an auto range button, and I really like that. Okay, so that's it. We're on course. Be about 35-minute flight. You know what? Maybe I'll turn up the camera and I'll see you before we land. Finally get the sun out of our eyes. Oh, it's a pretty runway. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been here. I don't know. In 30 years, I may have been here once a long time ago. I don't remember it though. That's gorgeous. A little lake off to the left. And apparently they have a restaurant where you get some breakfast with some other pilots. And show them SkyHound.
500.
Mansfield traffic, Cessna on final 32 Mansfield. Okay, undercarriage mixture, prop, flaps full, cow flaps closed. Speed's looking good.
Mansfield traffic, Cirrus is 6 miles to the southwest, 45 degrees for runway 32 Mansfield.
Mansfield traffic, Cessna short final 32 Mansfield.
Mansfield traffic, Warrior 23 November Alpha, 8 miles to the west, inbound for 32 Mansfield.
Traffic not available.
Oh, that was pretty. That was pretty. As a pilot, you get judged on the last 6 inches. Was it smooth or not? That was the lucky one. Very nice. There's really no wind here. There's a 20 knot wind up at like 2,000 feet, but nothing here. Mansfield traffic, Cessna, clear the active 32 Mansfield.
Mansfield traffic, Cirrus 45 for 3 miles on the 45 for runway left downwind runway 32 Mansfield.